Karen, wait.
Hi YouTubers, I'm actually here in Westfield, which was the largest shopping centre in Europe until they opened an exact replica about 5 miles away on the east end of London. Might be 5 miles, might be 10 miles, I'm not sure, but it's not a far way away. It's been a while since I've last done a video. I've been engaging in the real world, and as ever, getting on with life, enjoying life, and as ever, educating myself and watching what goes on. And I had to pop in here to pick a couple things up. Nothing big, just you see, I've got one bag. I'm not really on the consumerism frenzy, as you can see if you look about. I don't want to be too obvious though. But I was here in London, and I just felt compelled to make a video. I just seen earlier, I shot some footage of some of the shops, I must say some top designer shops, where things are very, very expensive. And I was on a shop street earlier, and it was packed, and just people, consumerism frenzy, just buying worthless things. Well, I'm guilty myself, but it's just been Christmas, so I had a voucher, so I thought I would use it, and I thought I'd pop in and see what's going on in the real world. But it just made me think. You look about, you see these people that have no idea what's going on in the real world. Governments and economics and currency crises, which brings you to this. And it's back to front because my camera's back to front at the minute. I'm using this iPhone. Consumerism. But you can't see it right. Basically, I've been educating myself as ever. I've read a few more books, and I'm going to do a video, especially on this book's James Rickards' Currency Wars. probably the best economics book I've ever read, and I've read a lot of books. So I will do a video on that and some of the topics on some later dates. But being out here just makes me think about, talk about what human beings have become. We weren't put on this planet to chase all these worthless goods. You see it? We weren't put on the planet to work as slaves, be government slaves, and then when we do get value, because that's what money is. I'll actually go into all this into this book here. Talks, you understand that money is actually, money is energy. Real money is energy. Seen a nice female, sorry. I will go into that in a later video when I'm basically in my room, my comfort zone, and delve a bit deeper into 2012. Spirituality, conscious shifts, economics, and so what have you. So I will get a little bit deeper in days to come, and as I'm here in society, I don't see many people I can relate to anymore. If you know what I mean, there's a limited amount of people who I can relate to personally, and it's like when things get really bad, especially in the UK where you have a debt to GDP of 600%, maybe 1,000%. People here are going to feel it tougher than others, and it's going to be too late. But as long as they can buy their Nike, their Vans, or the Nike, their new Jordans, the Levi's, the Louis Vuitton, the Burberry, as long as they can afford it, they'll be happy. But there will be a day when they can't, and these people around me are going to get a real wake-up call. But they're going to get a wake-up call. I'll speak to you soon. I said, as long as these people can afford the goods, they'll be happy. But the thing is, can they afford these goods? Like, I'm not blowing trumpet, but I know I earn more than the national average, not to be big-headed. If you look at the official government statistics, I think the average person in the UK, maybe UK household, or the average person earns, nominal terms or real terms, like £20,000 a year. I think it's maybe £18,000 a year, give or take a grand or two, maybe 21, whatever. And I earn more than that, but I can't afford to go out and buy all these goods. I have a relatively small rent. I have property which is rented out, but most of the properties I rent cover the mortgage. I have a little bit of change at the end of the month maybe, but basically that goes into savings, cash, which I'll go into again later, how it's going to be good to hold cash, inverted commas. But I can't afford to go out all the time and buy all these goods, whereas I know I'm probably better off than maybe 90% of people in here. So how do they afford it? Are they using credit? I have no idea. Are they just getting into more and more debt? Which is what banks and governments want. But then again, in this day and age, when we've had the panic of 08, credit crunch, what have you, and especially where this economy, the UK economy, depends so much on housing growth, which is absolutely plummeted. It amazes me how these people can still afford to go out and spend. Are they borrowing, or do they just earn good money? Fair enough, that's fine, but especially in London where rent, house prices are still so expensive. Living costs is so expensive. As high as anywhere in the world. London, it's ridiculous. In terms of cities, that is. It's ridiculous cost of living. So how they afford it amazes me. Are they just getting more debt? Or are they just using credit? Or is it genuine? These people just have all this spare money to spend? It's amazing. If they do, well, I must be below the national average, because the national average must be a lot higher than 20 grand a year. So, because I can't afford to blow all this money. People want to get bags. Fair enough, it's January, it's the kind of sales, but it's still a tough month, especially January after Christmas. But it amazes me. And as we're in the topic of London, the system ain't going to crash this year in London. In Britain, because the government can play with the figures, because we do have the Olympics here and the Golden Jubilee or the Silver Jubilee, I don't know, the Jubilee, Royal Family bullshit, and that's going to bring in massive visit tourism to London and massive inflows of cash. So the government will be able to play with the GDP figures. And it will give the economy a boost. So, in terms of everything got to pot for the pound and whatever in 2012, I don't think that's going to happen, especially with London and Britain being probably one of their main elites. They're not going to let their currency go so quickly. But as I said, I'll delve into that at another point when I get into this book. And I'll catch up with you soon.